I'm 36 weeks and 2 days. I know everyone's thinking, why the hell is she making another post when she did one yesterday? I was talking to a friend of mine. She was pregnant with a boy, and about 2 weeks before her due date, she found out he died of a cord blood injury. Another friend of mine who was pregnant with a boy, and I talked to her throughout her whole pregnancy, and she was so excited, and the room was finished, and about 2 to 3 days before she gave birth, he died from cord injury. And I know many of you look at me and you think, hey, she's happy-go-lucky and she has no care in the world. But really, every day I live in fear. I wake up and I wonder, is she gonna move today? Is she gonna be there? Am I gonna wake up one morning and no movement all day long, and then find out that she died? There's been 3 to 4 days, actually. One at like 22 weeks, one at I think like 28, and then one at 2 at 35, almost 36. And you know what scares me really bad? Because there are days where she's tired, so she doesn't move, but it scares the crap out of me because I don't want to lose her. My first miscarriage, I was lucky enough that it was only 4 weeks along, so I didn't have to give birth and hold my child and know that that child's been in me for a long time and bonding with it and stuff like that. But I guess it's been a major fear that she's gonna be stillborn. I don't want her to, and I pray every night that she's not. But you never really can tell. It just happens. Most people who are happy-go-lucky and they don't think about it, it happens to. And then they're so afraid to get pregnant again because they're afraid it's going to happen again. And when they do get pregnant, they are completely scared out of their mind. I know I am. After my first miscarriage, during the first 20 weeks, I would always check and check and check, make sure there's no blood, make sure I'm not bleeding, I'm not cramping, none of that stuff. And then when she started moving, I would always count on her movements. I still check now, but it's not for blood, it's for like mucus and stuff like that to make sure, because I already lost my mucus plug. But they say that if you do not dilate within a certain amount of time, your mucus plug can come back and you can re-lose it. No, thank you. I was 29 weeks, 5 days when I lost my mucus plug. I don't feel like losing it again. That was gross. It was gross. But, no. I guess, I don't know. One of my friends today had a miscarriage. Well, not fully yet. She went in for an ultrasound. She was 14 weeks, and they found that the baby's heart wasn't beating. I wanted to cry so bad. parts of me, I like talking to people who have miscarried, because we help each other find closure. But then again, I don't like talking to them because I feel guilty as hell. Because, I mean, look at me, I'm huge, I'm pregnant, gonna be having my daughter here soon, and they don't have their baby. Makes me feel bad. But then again, I don't know. Because I'm not upset that I'm pregnant, and I don't feel guilty about being pregnant or anything like that, but I feel guilty when I talk to them because they don't get to feel what I'm feeling. Or they felt what I felt, but lost the child before they could hold it in their arms. SIDS also scares me. I'm afraid of her making it through and being born alive and then losing her at a year old because of SIDS. I've had a lot of fears, and I guess when you have your first pregnancy or any pregnancy and you lose it, your fears always double or triple by the next pregnancy. You're always like, oh my god, what is that pain? Oh my god, what is that? Oh my god. And you're just like constantly worrying. You're like, uh-oh, what was that? It's hard. I've tried to enjoy my pregnancy, and I do to an extent, but always in the back of my mind there's always the thought of, what if I lose her? I don't I really don't know what I would do if I did lose her, because, I mean, she's been with me for 36 weeks. She's been my everything. I mean, everything I've done for the past year, basically, 9 months, 10 months, whatever, almost a year, has been for her. I mean, I have all this stuff, and I've just been so excited. But I'm pretty sure with everyone there's always that little nagging fear in the back of your mind. And it really doesn't start until you actually start trying to have a family, or start having a family of your own. Because, I mean, I never once worried about, what if my grandparents have cancer? What if my mom has cancer? What if my dad has cancer? You know, I never really worried about that stuff. And now I think about it and I'm like, oh, crap. What if they do have cancer? What if my grandma dies from cancer? Like my papa? What? Just what if? It's just always how you always feel. And when you grow up, it hits you in the face. You're like, oh my god, I was so naive to not even think about it and to not even care. I mean, I lost my grandma, Donna, when I was 8 years old, and I didn't really think about it. You know, I missed her, but then again I didn't. And now that I'm old enough to realize, and I lost another important family member, I realized how hard it was on everyone else, along with myself. And having my daughter has made me see that life is not always easy or pretty. I'll show you my stomach, even though it hasn't grown at all, probably. Have a good night.